We are on the road to Fastlane, and things are finally starting to heat up in WWE, as we saw in the closing moments of tonight's Monday Night Raw that took place in Orlando, Florida, with the tension finally boiling over between Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan just 6 days before their main event in WWE Fastlane, live on the WWE Network for the low, low price of free for you new network subscribers. Of course, for us people who pay for it, we got to pay our usual $9.99 for it, but no matter. It looks like WWE is actually building this card fairly well. I mean, of course, we got the face-off between Triple H and Sting, probably ending in some sort of challenge for WrestleMania. So if you guys, no spoilers, but I'm pretty sure that that's the way that's going to be ending. Of course, we have a couple new matches added to the card after tonight's show. Of course, we have the Tag Team Championships. The Usos will be defending against the no-personality tag team of Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. And yes, I know I like to tease them a lot. I like to tease a lot of you, the people that you guys like. But I don't really mean anything towards it. I mean, I don't feel that type of way about Cesaro and Tyson Kidd as a tag team as you guys do. I feel like they are, some of the best in-ring workers that WWE has, but, they have nothing really to get behind, you know what I mean? There's no spark there, you know what I mean? I feel like they're just kind of two guys just kind of thrown together because the tag team division sucks, and I get it, because I completely agree that the fucking tag team division is freaking awful, and I know that we just got the primetime players back. If you guys did not watch Raw, Darren Young made his illustrious return to the WWE after being called out by the Ascension. He had the entire night to scout a partner, and yet found some jobber. It looked like he pulled out of the crowd. Ascension was beating his ass until Titus O'Neil made the save of all fucking people. Apparently the Ascension is terrified of Titus O'Neil, guys, so we got the return of the primetime players, and although that they were the best charismatic tag team of 2012, arguably behind maybe Team Hell No, but they were thrown together and we love them just because of them batting heads together. So Darren Young and Titus O'Neil were extremely, extremely good, and it just kind of makes us think, what was the whole reasoning for them breaking up? Because after that, Darren Young got hurt, and then Titus turned into a even bigger jobber than he was to begin with. So yeah, we got them back. So now it looks like the tag division is at least gonna try and kickstart something. Maybe something will happen. I'm not gonna start taking shots and going, the tag team division's dead, because we just got this new addition. So we'll find out if it's dead or not. Over the next couple weeks when they start coming in for the tag team titles, I'm sure. So that was that. We have a new Intercontinental Championship match added to the show, as Bad News Barrett will be defending his championship against Dean Ambrose. Another match that I feel was kind of put on too early. I feel that if this is going to be a feud, the first match should be at WrestleMania. Or at least if they do have that, maybe that's when Ambrose is finally going to win it. With the way that Ambrose illegally forged Bad News Barrett's signature on that contract, looked like something out of that 50 Shades of Grey book that I know a lot of you guys actually went to go see the movie for, which I feel awful for, because I did not see it, but I've heard a lot of stories coming out of it that was a horrifying film for most male viewers under the age of 16. And if you're under the age of 16 watching those types of movies, you need professional help. That's just coming from the PD. That's some PTE facts right there. That's some PTE wisdom right there. But don't go see rated R films when you're 16. Okay, you guys got your PTE wisdom for the day. Anyway, back to the Raw review. It looked like something out of a freaking, porno book, though, the way he kind of zip-tied his arms together and was like, uh-oh, something bad's going to happen. But getting my mind completely out of the gutter, I think this match is going to be pretty good. Bad News Barrett and Dean Ambrose, both guys work extremely well in the ring. Both guys work extremely well on the microphone. So I think that there's nothing bad that can come out of this. Of course, I feel Dean Ambrose should be much higher than he is right now. I feel, and I don't mean that in a literal standpoint. I mean that more in a figuratively. I feel that he should be fighting Triple H, because I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't like Triple H versus Sting being made. Unfortunately, of course, everyone's going to want to see Sting and The Undertaker. That should stay a dream match, but that's another story for another day. But Triple H being the one to fight Sting and not like someone like Bray Wyatt who could actually benefit from something like that, and then have have Triple H fight Dean Ambrose, who, in my personal opinion, could be the new modern day Stone Cold Steve Austin. There's just a lot of similarities between the two. Ambrose kind of like that. I don't want to say PG Stone Cold, but he's got a lot of tendencies like Stone Cold used to back in the day. But I feel that this match is going to be pretty good too. I feel that Ambrose and Barrett's going to be pretty well. And we tied up some loose ends with Rusev and John Cena. They finally clarified that this match is going to be for the United States Championship, and we actually had some build up for the United States Championship. So, to be honest with you guys, I feel that this match, making the exception for Triple H and Sting, this match or this feud is actually the best booked feud right now going into it. And the reason I say that really is just because of the opener. We had a 15-20 minute segment to start the show, but it did something that John Cena hasn't been able to do in almost, about 7 years? Had to have been about 7 years, something like that. He actually got a positive reaction from the crowd. He actually got a positive, genuine reaction from the crowd that wasn't forced because it was a cheap pop or it wasn't, making some stupid joke that all the kids laughed at. He actually got cheered today after beating the shit out of Rusev. And that's been something John Cena hasn't been able to do in freaking forever. So Cena kind of pulling some old moves out of his repertoire. That's something that could really give an edge to this John Cena character, especially with Cena kind of being out of the title picture for quite some time. I'm sure at least until Seth Rollins becomes champion soon. No way we see John Cena even attempt to fight for the world championship against Brock Lesnar again. So what more could you possibly ask for? Having him have a pretty damn good feud with this Rusev guy, and granted, this match at Fastlane is probably going to have no finish written all over it, but it's just going to create more suspense for the WrestleMania match that everyone's going to be pissed off, and we're all going to go back to hating John Cena because he's going to be the one that probably ends Rusev's undefeated streak. None of us want to see it, but unfortunately that's the way it looks like it's going to happen. Whether it be for the United States Championship or not, if it is for the U.S. Championship, Cena's going to be holding that shit for at least 12 years. I'll tell you that right now. He going to go San Martino on that shit. But, yeah, I think that's all I got to say about the Rusev-John Cena match, at least going into Fastlane, because, of course, I'm going to have a lot more to say on my predictions video, which is going to be coming later this week. What else we got to talk about? Oh, Triple H and the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Nature Boy made a return to WWE TV, kind of confronting and trying to talk some sense into Triple H regarding Sting and responding to Sting's response to his challenge that he made for Fastlane. Granted, this is all for Fastlane, you guys. This isn't even for WrestleMania. This is all for a face-to-face confrontation at Fastlane, which probably will be the best thing of the night. I said best thing. This probably be the best segment of the night. But Triple H and Ric Flair going back and forth, and it's pretty cool. It makes sense because Ric Flair has storied history with both guys, so it makes sense to have him do it, not some old fucking jabroni from what the hell am I thinking of? The NWA or some shit like that. But I think that the segment was well put together. I feel that the shove at the end of it, and it was funny because, and before I even capitalized on what I was going to say there, I found it funny though that during this segment, it felt like Triple H was actually kind of trying to make Sting sound like the bad guy, that like, hey, when he was in WCW, he went with the sinking ship, and now he's coming back to my world, to my WWE, and he's going to try and get revenge for WCW, and he's trying to make himself sound like the good guy, and he actually did it in my eyes. He actually had me going like, yeah, let's go WWE. And, apparently when he said back after 2001 when WCW shut down, he disappeared. So apparently TNA is not a thing to WWE anymore. So yeah, granted, he went to TNA for almost 10 years. So yeah, he kind of dropped off the face of the planet, didn't he? But Yeah, I'm actually intrigued to see what we, and that's the great thing about this Triple H and Sting feud. The fact that we know that the payoff at WrestleMania is going to be shit. We are not going to get a good match out of these two, but we're intrigued. We're ready to see it because WWE has just been they've put this feud together so well that one segment from Triple H about Sting and a cryptic promo from Sting to Triple H, in our eyes, is build up to this stuff. So, you can only get so far when one guy is doing the majority of the work, and that's how Triple H is because Sting only signed up for an X amount of days. But Triple H doing the majority of the build up for this feud actually is a good thing, it looks like. So Triple H, he may not be the detriment as a lot of you guys actually say. A lot of you guys actually are ridding the day Triple H takes over WWE. So yeah, I mean, if NXT is any window to the Triple H's WWE, to the Triple H's WWE, then shit, let me sign my ass up right now. I'll get my $90.99 right now. I'll lay that shit right on the table. But yeah, I'm intrigued with Sting and Triple H, and I know a lot of you guys are as well, and I want to hear what you guys have to say about their upcoming face-off at Fastlane. Do you guys see anything coming out of it? Do you guys see them fighting at WrestleMania? And where do you see the Triple H and Sting going from after WrestleMania? Not really last, but some really minor things that before we start talking about the main thing, being Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan heading into Fastlane this weekend, is Stardust and Goldust. Apparently, they actually officially did split. I believe Stardust was the one that actually turned heel on Goldust, so Goldust is probably going to be the good guy coming out of this. They kept saying Cody Rhodes is dead. Hopefully, that's not true. Well, of course, we're talking about kayfabe-wise. I hope to see Cody Rhodes be Cody Rhodes again. Stop this stupid Stardust thing. But Stardust today was very, very dark, and if we keep getting that Stardust, then shit, I will stop complaining about Stardust. And you heard it right here in the 12th minute of this review. I'm not trying to make this any longer than it has to be, but if we keep getting this dark Stardust, shit, sign my ass up. I'll get my $9.99 out right now. And I did not just say that 2 minutes ago. What else happened tonight? More cryptic promos from Bray Wyatt. Looks like he's trying to get the dead man's attention. He's like, if you won't come out for me, I'll go find you. So, I'm gonna wonder how Bray and Undertaker are finally going to meet face to face. Like, there's no way Taker's just gonna go out there and beat up some jobber, and then Bray Wyatt's just gonna pop out of fucking random nowhere and go, "Hey, you're who I've been trying to look for the last month." I think that when they do finally face off, it's gonna be something kind of special, and I feel that if that is at WrestleMania, that is Taker putting over the future. I don't like it because once the streak died, Undertaker should have died, but that. I think I've talked about that enough. Let's dive into the final story, I guess you could say, of the night, being Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan for Fastlane this Sunday, live on the WWE Network. Tonight was probably the only time in this entire feud that I was actually ready. I'm actually kind of excited to watch this match just because of finally what we got tonight. After all that cheap fucking build-up that we've had over the last couple weeks going into this crap. Oh, I respect you, but they're pushing each other and shoving each other and all that sort of shit. We finally saw them just boil over, and if what we got tonight is and I hate saying this because I said it earlier, if this is any window as to what we're going to get for Fastlane, then looks like that we will probably have a triple threat at WrestleMania for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to try and make this under 15 minutes, so let me know what you guys thought about Monday Night Raw down in the comment section below. Please follow me on Twitter at The PTE Show. We live chat during Raw, SmackDown, and all sorts of that jazz. Please stay tuned tomorrow night for your newest episode of Hashtag Spoilers, the hit new web show that is sweeping the nation. And I will check you guys out this week or so at the end of the week for your WWE Fastlane preview and predictions video. I know I said that was going to be last week. week, but I also thought that last week was going to be Fastlane. I thought Fastlane was last night, you guys, and I fucked that up bad. So without further ado, this is Perry the Entertainer, signing out. Peace.